Today I am in Leeds. My uncle bought a hotel for 2 nights, and yeah, he didn't want to go. And they've actually given us a really big room. Um, it's My mum's made a bit of a mess of it. My mum came up instead as a second person, and they've given us quite a large room. No bath, though I do prefer a bath, but anyway. And I went shopping today, and I was really happy because I was really cold. When I left Birmingham, I left at 6 in the morning because I wanted to make the most of being here. And I was close. I guess I was expecting to see my uncle like at 2, so I thought I'd have lots of time to do things before I meet, and then to spend the evening in the hotel room or something. But yeah, he didn't come. But it was really warm in Birmingham, and then when I got to Leeds, they kept the air conditioning on throughout the whole of the coach journey, which was really annoying because, I actually went by National Express this time. It was £1 cheaper, but yeah, they kept the air conditioning on, and they often do that in coaches. It's a lovely, nice, warm day outside, but they keep the air conditioning so cold that everyone's like stuck wearing coats inside. And I know last time that a similar thing happened. It was nice and warm, boiling hot day. I get in the coach, and then they just put the air conditioning on full, and everyone's sitting there in their coats freezing, and then the coach driver, who's got all the sun, like if they're driving towards the sun, then the sun's all on them, so they're feeling the heat. They're not realizing that the coach is feeling freezing. Anyway, I was cold, and when I got here, I realized that it was kind of cold. And then I went to see a film. And again, they had the air conditioning on in there, and it's just like, whenever it's hot outside, they use that as an excuse to keep the air conditioning on. But if you're inside and you don't want to be inside, you're freezing cold, that's not good. But anyway, I realised I didn't bring enough jumpers because I only had a thin coat. But anyway, I found a charity shop for like where a huge amount of the items were only £1. This was 2, but look how cute it is. It's like pink. Okay, you can't see the full color. This is like really, really bright. It doesn't look bright in this because the coloring is not very good, but this is really, really bright, stand out, and I really like it. And then I also bought this one, which is a bit like the dress, the glory dress that I bought, only it's kind of it's a more skimsy, and it's actually by Pretty Little Thing. I don't know if that's a designer. I'm not sure if that's a designer or not, but it says Pretty Little Thing on the label, which is a kind of cute. But I really like that. And so I was really, really happy about this. But I was cold, so I put it over the top of a dress that didn't really match. But I knew under the dress I had like just a plain strap top, so I thought I would go into TK Maxx, grab the first item, and then go into the changing room and pretend to be putting on the item that I just, when really I'm just changing like the dress that I was currently wearing so that I could wear it. Take it off. But yeah, when I was in the changing room, I actually realised that the random item that I'd picked up was actually really cute. What do you think of it? It's really nice. And I said to myself that it was full of like reduced items, but it was on an item where there were like £50 reduced to 20. There's no way I was going to pay 20 for this, but I said to myself, if they sell it for 5, then I'm going to get it. I mean, if it is, because the price tag had been like ripped, and you couldn't actually see the price on it, but I said to myself, if it's £5 or less, I'll get it. If it's more, I won't. And they said it was £5. Yay! And I noticed that I think it's in the back. I don't know if you see, it says it has 1985 written on it. I can't actually see where it was, but when she was looking at the tag, I realised that it said 1985 somewhere written, no, 1987 written on it, which is my birthday. So it's got my birthday name on it. I can't actually remember. I think it's around the back somewhere. And it was the price that I wanted, and the only reason why I found it was because I was randomly picking it out in hopes of using the changing room. But it's a very nice top, so I'm happy with it. Anyway, talking about a more serious issue, I watched something from TYT about them insulting the Israeli government and saying that they're like a terrorist force and that all they want to do is just kill Palestinians, and feeling so sorry for the Palestinians. And I don't know what they're going on about, because I'm hearing both sides of things, And I'm hearing that Hamas are doing some terrible things to their own people. I'm hearing that they're stealing the Gazan food, or the food that's meant for the Gazans, so they can control it. They want to distribute it, but they want to say who gets it and who doesn't get it, and they're using it as a way of trying to control the people. Do this, do that, be on our side, support us, fight in our military, and we'll give you supplies. I guess that's kind of how things work in war. If the king and the king's men want to create a big army, they need to have all the wealth, they need to gather up all the wealth, and then say, you'll only get the wealth if you fight for us. And I don't know if that's going on. I can't say for certain, because I don't know. I've never been there. I have not got any first-hand resource or evidence of. I've seen lots of clips, and there's lots of people shooting, and people are saying that this is Israelis, or this person does it, and I'm looking at it and thinking, I don't know who those people are, because they're just masked men, and they could be anyone. And I don't want to be on one side or the other based on lies, and I don't know what the truth is. But what I do know is that I do not like Muslims, because I do not agree with any of their beliefs, and a lot of their beliefs is rooted in force and control and murder, versus get people to believe in Allah, versus through murder and fear. And this is really, really terrible, and I don't know why TYT aren't seeing this. I mean, I think it's because TYT means they're Young Turks, and Turkey is a very I think it's not a Muslim country, but it's mostly Muslim, and therefore I feel like they don't see anything wrong with Islam. There's nothing wrong with Islam. Their belief, it's just the same as Christian. I think they're taking that perspective. But I have named Anna from Young Turks as the sort of one world leader figure. So whether she knows it or not, whether she knows about me or not, whether whether anyone would take that seriously, I know that there is something significant going on with what she promotes. And if she wants to promote this, I need to see it from why she would do that. Why is she promoting and seeing no fault in Islam? I think there's a lot of people that are promoting the idea that there's nothing wrong with Islam, but because they're promoting there's nothing wrong with Islam, they're letting Islam come into the European countries and gradually destroy it. I do not believe in their principles or their beliefs or covering women or anything like this. And to just say that these people have a right to believe what they believe, that's not good enough, because I'm God, and that religion is something I've created to say who are not my people. But if the person that I would like to be a world leader wants to promote Palestinians and say that Israel is a terrorist organization, well, she's definitely on the wrong side of me. But I feel like there must be something sort of spiritual behind that. And maybe she's actually not understanding it, but not realizing it, but actually promoting terrorism by saying that the terrorist organization is not a terrorist organization, but the people trying to get rid of the terrorist organization is the terror. That's how I see it, and if that's what she wants to do, I can't take sides. I support depopulation, and she doesn't, but I think what she's doing is actually going to help with that, because they're turning a blind eye to anything that the Muslims do. I didn't know anything about the Muslims killing Yemens. I didn't know anything about... I don't know what's going on with Muslims killing Christians and just going into churches and burning them all down. I've not seen any of these churches. I've not seen any Muslim set fire to a Christian or a group of Christians. I've not seen any of this, so I can't say for certain that it's the truth. But I know that she seems to be turning a blind eye to anything wrong that they do, and saying that Israel has no reason to fear these people, when I don't see it that way. But yes, I don't know what to say other than that. What else to say? I'm done.